Welcome all of you to Animaths. Now this is my second video in cubes and cube roots. We have done the elementary types of sums in cubes and cube roots, okay, in the last video. Now we are going to take up the next few type of sums which are slightly of a higher difficulty level, and you will see that these are basically an application of cubes and cube roots, most of them. Okay, so these are slightly different questions which are you can also call them problem sums of cubes and cube roots. So let's see what it is. As you can see in the question, it says the volume of a cubical box, okay, the volume of a cubical box is 343,000 centimeter cube. So the volume is volume of a cube is 343,000 centimeter cube. Yes, this is the volume of a cubical box, and you have been asked to find the length of its side. Okay, how do you find the length of its side? So here we actually know if it is a cube, okay, then volume of a cube is equal to a cube, means all the sides are a, length, breadth and height. Okay, so a cube is equal to 343,000. Yes, a cube is 343,000. That means volume of this box is, I have equated it with the formula. Now if I want to find a, that is edge, one edge, okay, I have to simply do this. Okay, now here do not waste time doing prime factorization for this whole thing. We will just write it like this, okay, and we can write it like this. Okay, so we have already got one part of the answer, which is 10, that is cube root of this is a 10, and then 343. So let us quickly see what is 343. Many of you will be knowing it as well. 7, it will not go by 3, not 2, not 5, 7. Okay, 7 fours is 28, and then 63, 7 nines are 63, and 7 and 7. So basically cube root of this is a 7, so into 7. Okay, so we have got it as you can see, we have got one side is equal to 70 centimeters because this was centimeter cube. Okay, so this is how we can find one edge of the cube. Now let's check for the other type of question. As you can see in the question, you have a cuboid of dimensions 90, 24 and 100, and it is melted to form a cube. Okay, it has been melted to form a cube. Find the length and edge of the cube after melting. Okay, so we have cuboid here. Let me write the dimensions. Cuboid is 24, 90 and 100. 90, 24 and 100 centimeters. These are the dimensions of the cuboid. Okay, and then this cuboid has been melted and it has been formed into a cube. We have to find the side or the edge of that cube. Now if this is the volume, we are going to find, so volume of the cuboid is how much if these are the dimensions. Okay, if these are the dimensions, volume of the cuboid is 90 into 24 into 100. Okay, the same volume, because the material remains the same when you melt this and make it into a cube. So the material is same, means the volume is same. So volume of cube is equal to volume of cuboid, right? Volume of the cuboid. If volume of the cube is equal to volume of the cuboid, then here 90 into 24 into 100 is equal to the volume of the cube, which we can again take as an a cube. Okay, so one thing you note, I haven't found the product at all. Okay, because I am not interested in finding the volume of the cuboid at all. I am only interested in finding the edge. So why waste time finding the volume? Now let me go straight to the cube root, that is a, finding a. So here 90 into 24 into 100. Okay, and now I can see 3 zeros. Take one 10 out, because cube root of 1000 is a 10. Okay, and then I have a 3 here, 3 into 3, and I have a 3 from here, that is 8 into 3, and for 8 I can write this. Okay, 2 into 2 into 2, this is my 8 into 3, that's the 24, and 3 into 3 is the 9, and the 3 zeros have been already it has been used up by taking the cube root of the 1000. So 10, from these 3 take out 1 3, and from the 2's take out 1 2, this is 60. That is what? 60 centimeters. Okay, because if they have given us these dimensions in centimeters, then since these dimensions are given in centimeters, so my answer is also in centimeters. So the volume of the new cube is a straight A is equal to 60 centimeters. So what you have to understand here, that I haven't wasted time in multiplying this and then finding the cube root of the big number. Rather, I have split this into factors and got the cube root. This is very important to finish your paper in time, to speed up, to gain more speed in maths. Okay, now let's take up another question. As you can see on the board, 3 numbers are in the ratio 2:3:4. Okay, 3 numbers are in the ratio 2:3:4. The sum of their cubes is 334125. Sum of their cubes is 334125. Now this sum is very highly prone to mistakes. Find the numbers. Okay, and the ratio of the 3 numbers, are 2:3:5. So let the common multiple, because whenever we have ratios we have to have a common multiple. Let the common multiple be x. Now the ratios are 2:3:4. 2x, the numbers become 2x, 3x and 4x according to the ratios. Now remember one thing, 2:3:4 were the ratios. You want to convert 2:3:4 to numbers, you'll have to multiply with the common multiple. Okay, now remember x was the same, that number. What is a common multiple? It is that number which had been cancelled out, which was cancelled out when you had converted them to ratios. Because remember, ratios are two numbers written in the simplest form, a fraction written in the simplest form, means you have cancelled out some common factor, and that common factor, when you multiply back to the numbers, you gain the numbers from the ratios. So it is very important to do this, because unless you convert them to numbers, you won't be able to equate with the sum of the cubes. Now I shall form the equation 2x cube plus 3x, okay, plus 3x cube plus 4x cube. This is sum of the cubes. Okay, please don't write the cubes without the brackets. If you write the cubes without the brackets, you'll be using the cubes only for the x and not for the 2. Okay, and your sum goes wrong then and there. 334125. As I do the sums, I shall always be mentioning about the mistake that is generally made in that part of the sum. So listen to whatever I am saying very carefully. Now this cube is not just a 2x cube, as I said, it's an 8x cube plus 27x cube. The cube goes to both, and then this is 4 4 is 16, 64x cube, which is 334125. Okay, now this is how much? 27 plus 64 plus 8. Okay, 64 and 27, that's a 1, and 91 and 8, 99. 99, these are all like terms, so I added 334125. Okay, then x cube is 334125 and by 99. Now one quick check I have to do whether this number goes by 11 or not. Okay, it might even go by 3, but then I'm trying to check whether it goes by 11, then my calculation will end faster, because this goes by 11. So I will underline these, and this is 3 7 7 8 9, and here also is a 9. Yes, it goes by 11. So 11 9s are, and 11 3 and 0 and 3s are 33. Okay, and then 41 minus 33, that is an 82. Okay, so 82, this is 7s are 77 and 5 here. So 30375, does it go by a 9? Next, now I'm checking with a 9. 3 plus 3, 6, 6, 13, 13 plus 5. Okay, 13 plus 5 is an 18. Yes, it definitely goes by 9. 9 3s are 27, 33, 9 3s are 27, 67, and 9 7s are 63, and then 9 5s are 45. So 3375 is equal to x cube. Okay, 3375 is equal to x cube. Now I need to find the square root of the cube root of this in order to find the value of x. So 3375, let me try with a 5 only. 5 6 are 30, 30 and then 3 here. Okay, 37, 5 7s are 37. Okay, and 5 7s are 35, and then 5. Okay, that's a 5 1 2 1 3, sorry, 1 3 13, and then 5, and this is 65 and 5 2s are and 7 and 3 and 9 and 3 and 3. So I think I can almost see the cube root now. So the value of x is cube root of, the value of x is a cube root of 3375, which is here, take 1 5 and take 1 3 from here. So 5 into 3, which is a 15. Okay, that is not the end of the sum. People will leave the sum over here and they will not get their marks. They have asked for what are the numbers. Now we need to find the numbers as well. Okay, now what are the numbers? The numbers are, first number is 2x. 2x is equal to 2 into 15, that's a 30. 3x is 3 into 15, that is a 45, and 4x, that is 4 into 15, that is a 60. So these are my numbers, and to write them in this order is very, very important. Okay, so this was the sum where you add up the cubes of 3 numbers. It also teaches you how to add up algebraic values, okay, how to cube algebraic values and then form a linear equation with it and then solve it, find the cube roots and also find the value of the numbers. Okay, then let's come to one very interesting question. It looks also very interesting, and this is commonly asked in lots of entrances. It's a very favorite, I have noticed. Even in the higher classes this is always asked. The sum looks like this. It looks interesting, okay, and it looks tough also sometimes. Cube root over here, okay, and then comes a 23, and then after the 23 comes a plus sign, don't miss the plus sign, then comes a 59, cube root 59, and then a plus, cube root again, and a 125. Yeah, so this is my sum. Now this sum, I must tell you, you have to find, what have they told? They have told evaluate, okay, evaluate or find the value of. So naturally you have to find the value of by simplifying the sum. Now here, whenever you come to this sum, never start the sum from this end. You will not be able to solve the question. These type of questions you should always start from here. So till before that, we just have to copy. We don't have any other job. So we'll just copy 59 plus cube root of 125, and you know it's a 5. Okay, so we wrote the 5. This was solved. Keep on copying. 23 plus, this makes us 64. This makes us 64. Then cube root 23, and cube root of 64 is how much? That is 4 4s are 16, 16 4s are 64. So this is cube root of 64 is a 4. We get cube root of 27. Now that looks familiar, right? Okay, that looks familiar. Cube root of 27. Cube root of 27 is a 3. So the value of this whole thing has reduced to a 3. Now here is another question, which is again people tend to get these sums wrong. Okay, let me show you this question also. See, here this question says cube root of, find the cube root of, and it goes like this. There are 4 zeros and then a 6 4. 0.1234 and then a 6 4. You have to find the value of this. Now the moment you see this sum, you start taking the division method and you end up in a mess. Okay, you should not be taking the division method for this. Rather, you should be taking prime factorization for this. And the first step that you should do here is to convert it to a fraction. How many zeros? 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 zeros. That gives you this. So this was a decimal. We converted it to a fraction. If there are 6 zeros here, cube root will be, you divide them into sets of 3s and sets of 3s, sorry, I divided into sets of 2s. You divide them into sets of 3s and from each set take 1. So cube root of, when you have 6 zeros, it's 100. Okay, so you get your 100 and then this becomes, now it becomes a cube root of 64, which is again a 4. Okay, so here, so your answer is 0.04. Since they gave you the question in, they have given you the question in decimals, then you should also give them the answer in decimals. Okay, so this is your answer to this question. Here is another question. It's a very simple one. Now, these were the topics, these were the sums that I hadn't taken up in the first video. So I thought I'll take it up in the second video here. So it is a to the power 15, a to the power 15, b to the power 24 and then c to the power 12. Now whenever you have powers like this, now you look at it and you don't understand how to find the cube root. But then it actually comes from the law of exponents. Can I write this like this? A to the power 5 cube. Yes, I think all of you will agree to me. There was a law of exponents which said x to the power m to the power n is equal to x to the power mn. Okay, I am using exactly that. This 15 I have made into this, and now the b I will make it like this, right? Okay, and you see cubes coming up everywhere, and then here also, sorry, this was a 12 not a 24. Okay, now this is again 4 and a 3. Now see, I have actually found my answer. These are all cubes. Okay, so if they have asked for the cube root of this, okay, they have asked for the cube root of this number, cube root of this, that is equal to, I can't straight go to the cube root putting an equal to sign, that is why I put the cube root sign. Okay, then my answer is a to the power 5, b to the power 8 and c to the power 4. Okay, so this is, if you remember this much, you will never go wrong. So my answer is a to the power 5, b to the power 8 and c to the power 4. So that's it for today. I think with that we can end cubes and cube roots. Okay, that's it for today. Okay, so if you have liked the video, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. The two videos, the link of the two videos will be given in the description box. Okay, so bye all of you.